A group of students who live near a coastal area is passionate about marine life. They saw a very pressing and urgent concern related to plastic pollution. Every year, billions of plastic ends up in the ocean, and different marine life like turtles, whales, and seabirds mistake them for food and eventually causes them to die. This group of students want to create a solution for this problem by making an online campaign in order to promote awareness and invite people to participate in a plastic-free future. They created a campaign called Plastic Free with a tagline, "A cleaner ocean starts with us." Today, I'm going to show you the mini brand book that they created for their campaign. First of all, why did they want to create a mini brand book for the plastic-free campaign? The mini brand book contains the vision and mission of the plastic-free campaign, which allows the group to stay in focus or to have a clarity of vision on what they want the campaign to accomplish, why they started the campaign in the first place. Secondly, they want to appear professional. They want to be taken seriously by online users, by social media users online, by creating a consistent and a coherent look or brand identity. Third, because they work as a group and it's a collaborative campaign for all of the 4 members, they wanted to make sure that everyone who are creating campaign materials are using the logo and the colors and the typography consistently all throughout the different materials such as posters, videos, and other promotionals. And I will be showing you the pages of their mini brand book, which you can think of as an instruction manual on how to promote or how to use their brand consistently online. So here on the first page, you can see sort of like the face of the campaign because it contains the logo of the campaign, the name of the campaign written in their chosen typography, and its tagline. You can also see that the main color of the campaign is implemented here. The second page should contain the vision and the mission of the campaign. So for the mission, this is equivalent to your goal, which you have drafted from a while ago, and the mission is equivalent to the objectives that you would have to accomplish in order to reach that goal or that vision. So their vision is a world where oceans are free from plastic pollution, thriving with life, and preserved for future generations. So it's a big idea. It's an encompassing idea or a vision for the future that they want to achieve. The mission are the ways that they would try to achieve this mission or try to be a step closer to this future that they imagine. So one of their mission is to raise awareness and educate communities. Another one is to inspire collective actions, to promote specific things like reduce single plastic use and advocate sustainable alternatives. What are the other things that we can use aside from plastic? And ultimately, to protect marine ecosystem. So from the mission, we can imagine that the plastic-free campaign would post information or tips on how to reduce plastic use, give solution-oriented information on how we can protect the marine ecosystem from plastic pollution. The brand book also contains the logo. So in here, they show the logo, which is a fish, behind or on top of a blue circular background. So this one is their primary logo, but they also showed the logo in black and white as well as the logo in inverted color. So in this one, the fish is the blue and the background is white. Because their idea behind showing all 3 versions is that in different types of scenarios, the black and white logo, for example, might be more appropriate than the primary logo. They also show the logo as it would appear if the name would also be beside it or under it or on top of it. So in this first variation, the logo is on the left and this is on the right is the brand name, which they break up into two lines like this. In the second variation, sort of like the logo is inserted to fit into the space here at the bottom part. So as a whole, the logo and the name um, assumes a rectangular shape like this. And in the third variation, they are lined up horizontally like this with the fish first without the circular background and the name of the campaign, plastic free, without breaking them up into two lines. So in your own brand book or mini brand book, you can think of other ways to stock your logo and name together or how they would fit together. How would they appear together in one frame. So it doesn't have to be in these types of variation. They also show the different color palettes that they are going to use. This color palette can be useful in creating or would be very useful in creating color schemes in creating posters or as the background color or the color of the font they would use in their online post. So most of these colors are related to the color of the ocean, of course, because their campaign is about plastic-free ocean. So there are 5 color palettes. Make sure that they made sure that their color palettes will complement well with each other, and they also put the hex code right below the boxes of colors. Here, they experimented with the different colors from the palette and try to show which color would complement which better. So this is sort of like a test drive in order to see which colors would contrast well with each other, which one would be more readable or more vibrant looking than other combinations. They also showed the typography, the main typography that they would be using. So for headings, like for example, they have a post that would use a lot of text or text-based post rather than a pictorial post. The heading would be using this font or this type, the Adlam display, and the body text would be using Calibri. They also showed how they would look like together. Imagery and style would pertain to what sort of images or vectors or icons they would use or they would display in their um, social media or in their Instagram account. So since they decided to use the Instagram as their platform, here they showed images that are in portrait or appropriate for the site itself. So you can also see that they are experimenting on how the logo and the name of the brand would appear in those images. They also implemented the color scheme here in their and the typography in this post. So in creating this informative post in this case, you have to remember as well the mission of your campaign. So since one of their mission is to raise awareness or to educate citizens about plastic pollution, so this is some sort of how do you imagine what the news feed the Instagram feed would look like. Another one is to promote um, offline activities like coastal cleanup drive, which is exhibited here. So in this one, I think this is variation number 3. If you will look at the bottom of this image, variation number 3 of how the logo and the name would appear in social media post. Okay, so they also included 3 adjectives that would describe their campaign in terms of the tone and the voice of their campaign. So in terms of tone, they decided that their campaign would be educational. So their post would be based on credible sources, would really educate people, as we have seen one of their missions. In terms of voice, they would like to really show how passionate they are about the cause or about the issue. So we would see that in the captions that they would put with their images, with their post in Instagram, and they would also like to be perceived as solution oriented. So a lot of tips, a lot of how-to or step-by-step guide on how to we can reduce single use of plastics, and let's say what other alternatives we can use aside from the plastic use that we are doing right now. For their hashtags, they would be using the main hashtag plastic free oceans, and some secondary hashtags. Here you can say 3 hashtags. Ocean awareness, hashtag love our oceans, which shows their passion about the cause, and hashtag plastic free solutions, or reflecting their being solution oriented about this cause. Okay, so you are expected to produce the same type of document before you proceed with creating your Instagram account and creating and uploading your materials or campaign